Hello and welcome into the circle for this new moon reading for the collective. The new moon will be August the 12th, 2026. And I thought we'd do an embrace and an accept and release reading to see where we go, what we do, what we need to shine a little light on, and the things we need to kind of start fresh with. So hopefully this will resonate with you a little bit. We'll do a 5-card oracle reading to start and see what's what. Transmute. That's an interesting one. Grounded. I'm getting a lot of grounded, a lot of growth. It's been some interesting readings lately. Stormy. That one keeps showing up. Safe travel. Safe travel is our power shot. And then our card underneath is divine feminine. Looks like some changes going on. So if I'm the way that I don't read the oracle cards reversed, it's just sort of as they're coming towards you. This is the head of the snake, and when snakes shed their skin, they start with the head. So it looks like you need to begin some changes, or there will be some changes beginning. You may not have a choice in it. Grounded looks like you need to ground your energy. You need to find some stable footing for all of this because there's going to be some stormy seas. But the power shot card that we had was safe travel. And that is also coming in. It is pointing directly at us. And that's a good sign. The power shot is sort of like that boost that you add to your drink at the coffee house. That sort of, it's small but mighty. And so flavors the whole thing. So our flavor for this one is safe travel. So we might be at a crossroads, but we are guided, we are protected, we are held, and we will be shown the way, even if we don't see it with that new moon, because that light won't be shining very bright. The divine feminine. And isn't that a lovely connection, the divine feminine to the new moon? So that's intuition and emotion and care and the soft, rounder side of things. That's our shadow card. And I think that's lovely. All right, let's move to our tarot and let's see what the tarot cards have to say. We'll do an embrace and an accept and a release. We will take any flyers that come. Okay, one more time. We'll let the messages fall in line here and we'll see where we need to go with this. They're wanting to shuffle really well today. We're going to embrace justice. I like that one. We're going to accept our 9 of Pentacles. And we're going to release our Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Lady Justice here. She came out upended. Let's see if I can get it where we don't get the glare. There we go. With her sword at the ready. That matches up in a way with that divine feminine. Justice being turned upside down. Justice is blind. Justice is blind, and the truth is behind that curtain that's between the two pillars. And the two pillars, I feel like the two pillars are, whenever you see pillars in tarot, that's something that you're moving through. So we're moving through something that is calling for justice, because this was upside down, calling this in for our lives. What is right? What is just? What is fair? What is equal? What is even? And interestingly enough, as we have those two pillars that we need to pass through, we have safe travel. We also have this stormy card. So things may be a little rocky. We need to bring that towards us. We need to embrace. Maybe we even need to embrace that things are going to be a little upended. Things are going to be a little upside down. When things are stormy, those rolling waters, you never know which way is up. So maybe we just need to embrace that rocky time where everything's undefined and uncertain while we're seeking the balance, while we're seeking what is right and just and fair for ourselves and for the collective. And we're going to accept our Nine of Pentacles, all confidence and being grounded and secure and connected to resources, connected to wealth, connected to um, each other, secure in where we're at, secure in what comes next, because we know that together we can sail out any stormy seas. We were promised safe travel, and we're going to release our Knight of Pentacles. He is he's not going anywhere, is he? Just standing there, just holding on to things. Just I got mine. Keeping an eye on things. Not much movement with him, is there? But we're releasing a lack of action. We're letting go. We start to move. Let's draw a few more cards around that Knight of Pentacles and see if it can tell us anything else. And somehow I only picked up half the deck. Not sure what or why. So we'll. Sometimes the problem exists between the cards and the chair. All right, we'll do one more shuffle. Tell me a little more about this Knight of Pentacles, please. Give me a little more information. What can the cards tell us? Ooh, Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun. So if the Knight of Pentacles, if we're releasing this reading is for the collective. And when readings are for the collective, it's not just for the people who are watching, all 8 of you. Hi, thank you. It's not just for Tarot Tube. It's not just for the folks that are on YouTube. It's for everyone who's in the spiritual community. It also doesn't mean it's all of humanity. It doesn't mean it's all of the United States. It's for those who are on the path, who are in a place of spiritual enlightenment, who are in a place of spiritual awakening, those who are just called, and those who have been on that path, and we're following in your footsteps. These readings speak to us, and when we're looking at the new moon, there's been a lot of readings that have led to this time period that is right in front of us, that there's been a big shift. If you follow astrology, there's been a massive hotbed of planetary changes and alignments and shifts and things going on in July. July 2026 was enormous in terms of all of the things happening, and that's set things into motion. And these readings I've consistently, for the collective, have all been pointing in a certain direction, and that's to a definite change, that there is something that is coming. And I don't think I think we're there. The pendulum can only swing so far and be stuck in one position. It goes to the furthest point, and then it hangs there for a minute, and the needle moves. And all it takes is that one little shift, and it starts to build momentum to swing back the other way. Now the pendulum moves slowly. This particular pendulum that I'm talking about, and you probably know or have an inkling of what I'm talking about. We live in interesting times. if the readings have all if this reading is falling in line with all of the other readings, and it's not just through me, it's not just through my channel, I've seen this in multiple other channels, those of us in the woo woo community. There's been a lot of conversations, a lot of readings, um a lot of foretelling of a series of events that we may not have specific names, dates, times, clarity, titles to, or the clarity around. But there's a lot that is foretelling. So, in that vein, I can only go with where my gut and previous readings have sending me now. Change is coming. Grounding is needed. It's gonna be a wild ride. We are promised safe travel at these crossroads. We have been in a masculine state. I will not say divine masculine. I will say that we have been in a masculine state. Structure, rule, law, order, my way or the highway. This is how we do it, and demanding. Divine feminine is soft and round and emotional and maternal and loving, and it counterbalances. The feminine balances the masculine. And when the needle moves and things start to change, we're moving in this new direction. It will take decades to find that midway point, but we're moving. We're moving as we go. Justice. I don't think that we will find the sense of justice that we all want, but I think we're going to be calling it in because we have places to go and we need to see what's behind that curtain. It's time to pull the curtain down. Accepting that the resources that we have are here. Some are lofty with it, are comfortable with it. Many are not. However, we need to accept that we all live in these different places of resource and we can all come together. We can all pool our resources and find where we put it, where we turn, how we come together, and what comes next. And our Knight of Pentacles, who is just standing still, holding all of the resources, it's time to dump him on his head. We are rejecting standing still. We're rejecting one person holding the resources, looking out. And when I pulled the other cards, the Five of Swords, that's some, and this was around the Knight of Pentacles, there's some shadiness there, right? There's some lying or deception or thievery, taking advantage of a situation. But then there's a new and dawning, beautifully divine resource. Maybe in how we identify resources and what those resources are and what they mean to us, especially when they are divinely held. And there's our path right through the garden gate. I have a few rose arbors out in my garden. I love them. There is nothing more lovely than walking under a rose arbor. So, and we have the sun, rebirth, dawning of something new, something that is glorious, something that is, the light is shining bright, washing away all the shadows, sanitizing. We're going to inject some sunlight So, with this, what do we do? Friends, circles exist. Right now, we are in a circle together, and your circles intersect with other circles, right? And all of our circles link and they overlap and they come together. In our circles, we work to find the resources and find those who do not have them. We come together, even if we don't know one another, in an act of neighboring, in an act of support, in an act of camaraderie and community. We reach out a helping hand. Sometimes we have to reach out that helping hand to ourselves. But we work together. No matter what these stormy seas are, when you have community around you, when you have places to turn, when you have people that you can lean on for the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional, that's when you have safe passage. We will be okay because we come together and we find the ways to help. We each have our own talents, we each have our own abilities, and we reach out with those and help when and where we can. It won't all look the same, but we're not alone, and we need to remember that. And as we go through this uncertain time, remember that change is good. Something, head of the snake, something, but I didn't say that. So, in this circle, while we are together, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. And as we go through whatever we're going to go through in this new moon, please know that we will find our way back together. And until we do, I wish you well.